Planet Dolan.
From having faces drawn on butts to having things stacked on people, we count down the 9 funniest drunken pranks. Yeah, what's up YouTube fans? Pringle the one in the building. How we doing today? Today, guys, I got some crazy new content for your face. So here we go. Number 9. We all know that tuxedos are fancy. The only time that most men wear tuxedos for the prom, but even those are rented, and for a good reason. They're not cheap. But if you don't have the money to rent a tuxedo, you can always draw one on with the use of markers. Alright, this is a joke often done to young people, mainly men, who get so drunk they pass out. 1 minute a marker gets whipped out, and next that passed out person looks like a sleeping tycoon. All we can say is that a cleanup must have been hell. Number 8. All claustrophobics should be aware of a prank out there that involves either not being able to move at all, or just a little. This prank involves being wrapped tightly in a material, mainly duct tape or saran wrap. The victims of this prank must have been really hammered not to wake up while their friends wrapped them up tighter than an Egyptian mummy. Let's hope none of these victims were claustrophobic or had to go to the bathroom really bad upon waking up. Or worse, it was a claustrophobic who had to go to the bathroom really bad. Ooh, terrible. Number 7. This one is probably more disturbing than funny. Although the artwork is kind of impressive, it does beg the question, who does that? While their friends are passed out from a night of drinking, some people take out markers or whatever they use and draw a face. Normally that wouldn't be a big deal until you see where they put the face. Yep, the face is on the passed out person's booty. That's the disturbing part, though the faces themselves are pretty funny. Once again, who does that? Number 6. Another drunken prank where we hope the person doesn't have to use the bathroom really bad. This one deals with strong tape, either duct tape or gorilla. Instead of being tightly wrapped up, these unsuspecting booze hounds are taped to the wall, and sometimes even the ceiling. It would be great to actually watch a video of this being done to someone, just to see the process of getting a passed out person getting stuck to the wall or ceiling. But the person who's stuck to the ceiling would probably get the last laugh if he has to piss while the pranksters party below him. Surprise! Number 5. Chances are you've heard of body outline at crime scenes. It turns out something like that can also be done to hardcore partygoers who have had too much. While passed out, their bodies are outlined with cups or beer bottles. Though bottles seem to be the more popular choice, there's nothing else to this prank, other than many of us can probably agree we'd rather have this done to us over other pranks on this list. Unless you'd like to have a face drawn on your ass or be wrapped in duct tape though. Number 4. Losing weight is always a good idea. It can lessen the stress on joints, prevent various diseases and conditions, and make you not fall victim to a certain prank. When this poor man drank too much and passed out, a prankster uncapped his black marker, but instead of drawing something like, say, a tuxedo, he drew a goofy figure. It may sound bland until you take a look at the figure's chest and see its 3D boobs. Thanks to the man's body type, maybe being a little heavier is a good thing. You don't have to worry about being taped to the ceiling for one thing. Many of us would probably rather have a figure drawn on us as opposed to being wrapped in duct tape. On a side note, hopefully that white container the man had in his arm wasn't in his barf basket. Number 3. Sometimes pranksters will only put something on the face of a sleeping partygoer. While there might be instances where there are a few marks here and there, some pranksters get really creative. It even gets to the point where if you saw some of their work, you could swear that art was their major. These crafty guys will use shaving cream, fruit, markers, and even cigarettes. Really anything as long as it'll create something hilarious to post on Facebook and make the hungover partygoer want to hide in embarrassment. Remember that payback is a salty hole that'll come back, pranksters. Number 2. Sometimes nothing is done to the body of the smashed sleeper. Well, nothing is drawn or stuck on anyways. Various items are normally stacked on or around the partygoers who's taking a booze snooze. These items can include plastic cups, beer cans, DVDs, playing cards, anything a trickster can think of stacking on someone. The ones that require strategically balancing objects, such as playing cards, on a sleeping person is actually pretty cool. Perhaps some bets are being placed on how long before the balanced objects topple over. Jenga, baby! Number 1. Similar to having a tuxedo drawn on you, this prank has to do with the full body. No, it has nothing to do with simply being wrapped to where you can't move. This prank involves dressing the wasted person in some sort of costume, like it's Halloween, minus the trick-or-treating, and, well, being awake. Either the person is completely unrecognizable in the improvised costume, or they're just wearing a certain thing like a pantyhose. Some of these are creative, such as this one, that looks like a sleeping salad. Perfection. And now, it's time for your favorite segment, question time! What's your most annoying habit that drives everyone nuts? Let us know on the Reddit page link below, and you might be featured in a future countdown. Take care, everybody. Much love and appreciation. Peace. Ever have one of those days where you'd rather just lie in bed and pretend the outside world doesn't exist? This guy did, and decided he'd rather skip work. So did he call Hookie? Call in sick? No. This dude got his friend to call in a freaking bomb threat to his work so he could have the day off.